Hey everyone, before we get started, I just wanted to give a shout out and a huge thank you to my friends and fellow content creators who came and participated in our very first San Diego Comic-Con creator meetup, in which a bunch of our fans and followers were able to come on out and hang out with us and chat for a bit. It was a great time, and we'll be sure to do it again next year. All right, here we go with the Q&A. I'm here today with the Hasbro Star Wars team, including
Chris.
And
I'm Jing. Hi.
Hi, it's really nice to see you guys. We're just coming off the panel you all did for Hasbro Star Wars, and congrats on the panel. It was really exciting to see some of those new pipelines and some of those new reveals that we'd heard about but not seen before. So thank you very much. All right, so I have to ask you these two questions, all right?
When is the Cantina coming?
When will you be making the Mos Eisley Cantina?
As fast as we possibly can.
ASAP.
Yes. It is well underway, as everybody I think is probably aware, but I was recently over in Hong Kong and China, and that was part of the trip, was fine-tuning things, working on CAD files for production, that sort of thing. So we are rocking and rolling on it.
Yeah. I mean, the second it funded, we were like, it's a go. And then obviously with the campaign ending, we were just like trying to get everything in place so that we can deliver to fans when we promised that we would. But thank you again to the fan base for backing and supporting it.
Yeah, well, and in regard to the kind of fast and ongoing development on the thing, for anybody who's taking photos of the Cantina here at the con, be aware the bar that's in there is an updated bar from the photos that we had out during the campaign. We've continued to refine and improve that to make it easier to assemble, sturdier, all those sort of things. So what's here is a more updated version of that. It's like taking into account all those revisions to really make it a production-worthy and easy to assemble and enjoy piece.
Very nice. It's really exciting that you're still fine-tuning it.
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. That initial launch model was really just our raw sculpt output so that we could show it, and now we're deep in the throes of refining it for production.
Yes. Yeah. That's the benefit of a HasLab, is you do it so early because we want to make sure fans want it, and then when you want it, it's a year and a half out or so, we get a chance to really tweak it and make it better.
Yes.
All right, awesome. And here's the second question. Will you ever make the Tonica sisters?
Well, as a matter of fact, they are a core component
of
the HasLab Cantina. So yeah, we are thrilled that we were able to do those. And they're characters that we wanted to do for so long too, and this was just such the perfect opportunity and partnership with Lucasfilm to make that happen. So we are beyond excited to bring those to life.
Absolutely.
Was that a softball question just so that we can talk about the sisters some more?
I didn't want to have to ask it ever again, so I was like, hey, it's official now.
Last one.
Yes,
Oh.
it is official. We are making them. I think the one regret on the team is from Vicky Stratford, who is now director over the kid product line, and they were a passion of Vicky's. So like for her to see them come to life, I think was really cool. So.
And she was there for the beginning too. I mean, she's no longer on fan, but she's cheering, and she was there fighting from it from the beginning.
We were teasing her that she was going to have to dress up like one of the sisters when we launched it. But.
That would be cool. All right. So our Leo Shoes, the last stretch goal that did not get unlocked, unfortunately. So the fans have found that you can share parts with him and one of the Duros in the Cantina scene. They have the same jacket, same sleeves, possible reuse potential.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the beauty of some of the characters from that scene, is they were swapping masks around, like same actors and actresses were playing different characters with just minor outfit changes. So it's a great thing about some of those deeper background aliens, so that they are efficient things to do in the future if we get there. Arliel is a great one, and as everybody knows and has seen, we've already done a lot of work on him. Like, there's no plans to do anything with him outside of the Cantina, but we have already done some of that work, and I think he's a natural one. We know there's excitement for him there, so you never know. But yeah,
you never know, but nothing to share at the moment.
Okay, So the HasLab Cantina campaign was run a little differently this time. There was a delay, then it was an abbreviated window to back it. Are there any specific learnings that you've taken away from this most recent HasLab?
Well, the TVC fans show up. Like that's a big part of it.
I would also say, like, it's not that we took a learning and all campaigns in the future are going to be 30 days or anything along those lines. So that's definitely not, a learning that we took away. It was absolutely, to Chris's point, the TVC community showed up, which I'm so proud of and I'm so happy for. I'm so thankful for. But we'll continue to refine and adjust. Successes, failures, what fans are saying, what they think, what they want in the future, all of that come into mind for us. So that's something that we'll continue to adjust. Every campaign is a little different.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think, like Jing said, like we took our time to get it right, and I think that shows in the final thing too.
Yes.
I mean, like a learning for us is not to rush. Like we wanted to give fans a heads up that it was coming, but we were aggressive in that, and like it was an easy decision to get it right.
Yeah.
So I hope fans appreciate that and understand why that had to happen in the delay. But yeah, it's all in the interest of making an awesome piece. So.
Awesome. Okay, so make the mains. We're really excited that Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Ben Kenobi, and Chewie, partially neutral figure. We still need C-3PO, so just like a reminder. I know you can't announce anything, but
you need a new character to say, when are you making?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, noted.
Yeah. Well, and I think you guys see, like, even in the case here, we've got some of those original 12 Star Wars figures that Kenner did, like in modern versions, and Han and Obi-Wan, like those are a continuation of that. We're trying to check off those lists.
Awesome.
But I'm glad that we were able to deliver as much as we did, especially knowing how pivotal they were to the Cantina. So we pipelined them even before knowing that the Cantina was not fun. We had high hopes, but we know how important those are to the community.
Absolutely. All right. The new Leia is beautiful. Like, she's sculpted robes. Like, yeah.
Leia's in there.
She looks great. I have like 6 of them, or 6 or 7 of them. Yeah, I really like it. Some fans have noted that because of the sculpted robes that she's not very posable. If you ever do like a revisit, maybe like a 3-pack with like Luke and Han with their Stormtrooper belts, could that possibly be an area where you can incorporate like a soft goods?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of thing we look like. There are different ways to do those things. Like the sculpted skirt allows for a much more realistic interpretation of her, but the soft goods skirt lets her be more posable and do other things. So I think in their different instances, they allow for kind of priorities to be chosen for different things. So if there's a case where a soft goods skirt makes her more right for that offering, that's certainly in the wheelhouse of things we would consider.
That's what I was just saying.
We should build our own light.
All right. So previously Hasbro said that 2024 is the 25th anniversary not only of Episode 1 but all the prequels. So far for TVC, we haven't gotten any pipelines. There's been Count Dooku, there's been the Clone Trooper. Is there any hope that fans can have that that's something that Hasbro is going to stick with, that it is the anniversary of all the prequels regarding TVC?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you've mentioned a few of them. There's also future anniversaries that we can look to as well that we have to think about. We also took a beat this year and focused a lot on original trilogy, and we focused a lot on other things that we wanted to reveal and put out there. But it's noted some of the feedback and what you guys are asking for and thinking of, and we're thinking about that for future years as well.
Yeah, and I think keep up that dialogue. We want to know what those key core characters are that are the most important. And I know everybody wants everything. We can't do everything. We want to ultimately do everything. So what are those priorities? If you had to pick 1 or 2 characters, what are those characters? And I think let's keep the dialogue going and just let us know.
Yeah.
Anakin and Queen Amidala.
Are those your top priorities, or is that everybody's top priorities?
Mine, but I think representative of many.
Okay.
It's good to know. We're listening. We hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, as far as, again, anniversaries, we love anniversaries. all kinds of anniversaries. That's not mine. I don't know whose that is. No.
Okay, good.
You got a free belt.
The Phantom Menace, once again. So 25th anniversary. The Black Series got a few figures, some exclusives. They're awesome. I got the Darth Maul. It looks great. Retro Collection got its own box set, but TVC, nothing yet for the 25th. Should fans cling to any hope that there may still be something, or are we kind of past that window at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was very similar to the last question at this point. Nothing, obviously, more that we can share. But it's something that we'll definitely keep in mind, especially as fans continue to give us some feedback on what they've seen revealed so far and what they feel like are missing. So same thing as the last question. Yeah.
All right, so we've discussed this before, but the world of Star Wars is so vast, and with all the new content, live action the last several years, you guys are having a hard time catching up, and that's kind of a good problem to have, because that just means there's so many figures that need to be made. So I can only speak for myself. Everybody likes what they like. I really enjoyed the Acolytes. I was really excited to see those pipelines today for TVC.
Yeah, some cool stuff in there.
Absolutely. We were talking about this yesterday, Chris. The booth over here for Lucasfilm, they have all the costumes and all the props and all that for the Acolyte. It's really exciting to see all that. One thing that I think for me about the Acolyte as far as the figures go is that it's Jedi and Sith, and we haven't really had that in TVC in a long time. And it reminds us of the prequels, and it just
it's a fun energy to have. Yeah,
definitely. And I think any reasonable collector would agree that you can separate the content from like a good toy. What translates to a good toy.
We hope so. Yeah.
So it would be refreshing to get more Jedi and Sith just in general in TVC, and we're still holding out for the Stranger in TVC and Black Series.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's not out, I think you can see from what we've shown in pipeline that we are committed to supporting Acolyte stuff. I mean, we don't have anything to announce for Stranger yet, but I think
very cool.
He's very cool. Like, you saw that we're doing a Black Series helmet because we worked really close to get the helmet reference very early, and the character reference. We held on that, or Lucasfilm held on that a little bit, but like we have that. We know what we can do. But yeah, like nothing to announce yet.
But agreed, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
he was great in the
fantastic.
show. Yes.
And looking at the costume here at the show, looking at the reference that we have
Very
from production, it is a cool character.
Yeah, you got to make his lightsaber now.
Oh yeah.
I know, like, I don't know if everybody knows this, but you're like really good on the lightsabers. You've written books and like you know a lot about them. Yeah. So I wonder how you would do that though, like a Force FX Elite. Would you just connect it and have like the two blades, or?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I don't know yet either.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure. Well, thank you both again for all you do for the Star Wars line. We really appreciate you, and it's just awesome that it's in your hands, and we know you guys care and love the line and love the movies.
We are passionate about it, and that's for the whole team. I mean, it breaks my heart a little bit that Emily's not here with us this year to celebrate some of this stuff. I mean, she put it in so much work on some of the figures and things we've shown, but it's not to say like Eric or anybody else on the team isn't passionate. Like we all are. Like we bleed Star Wars. So
it's because we have passionate fans too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And being here, we were just talking about this before we started the interview. I think talking to fan sites, talking to fans that show up here, it's what keeps us energized. I mean, we are working long days with little sleep, but we get here and we are excited to do this.
I bet, yeah. Very nice. Well, thank you very much again. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell Emily I said hi.
Will do.